Yesterday was a very fresh start because the whole campaign has yet been confiscated by affairs. Affairs for every candidate. Affairs for the candidate for which I run for, which was accused of employing his wife as a parliamentary assistant, which is not illegal but not moral in France today. Affairs for Mr. Macron, accused when he was a banker to undeclare part of his revenues. And affairs for Marine Le Pen also, who was accused of employing parliamentary assistants from Brussels, paid by Brussels and actually working at her headquarters. So the three main candidates had affairs, and we have been only talking about affairs. Yesterday was the first time that we had a shock of ideas and a shock of programs. What was very interesting is that we have seen three different ways, three different passes for France during the next 5 years, with three distinctful candidates. Emmanuel Macron, I think, has a happy catch-all program bouncing from left to right, grabbing a few ideas in the center, and with many expenses, no new incomes and no majority, because he is supported both by a few communists and some liberals. So it's very hard to have a majority. You know that after this presidential election, we will have legislative election in 2 rounds to have a majority at the parliament to vote for MPs. So you have this candidate who is today the favorite, leading the polls, as we were a few months ago. Then you have the far-right candidate, Marine Le Pen. As you say, she has to break this glass ceiling. It will be very hard because her program is only on migrants. It's a very simplistic equation. Migrants equal unemployment equal equal crime. And then you have our candidate who is a liberal and fair and has a liberal and fair program with experience because he was the former prime minister of Nicolas Sarkozy.
But I have to insist on the affairs around François Fillon because that made him fall in the polls. How can he still be a candidate for the right wing? And also, how does it not pollute considerably his campaign?
Well, it's true that it has polluted the campaign. If you look at the polls that you were talking about, a few months ago we were getting 25-26% of the polling. Today we are at 19%. But if you see the primary election, during the primary election, it was the first time that our political party had a primary election, and during this primary election he imposed himself with his style and his ideas during the debate, actually. And yesterday's debate was very interesting because it was the first time that we could see the difference of ideas between the candidates, between an equilibrated program and experience. And I think that his experience will bring the victory.
Who is best positioned to defeat Marine Le Pen in the second round?
Well, actually, if you look again at the polls, both are beating Marine Le Pen. Today, Emmanuel Macron is leading the polls, even at the second round when he is against Marine Le Pen. But François Fillon also is winning. And we have seen during, for example, the regional election, when Les Républicains, my party, were against the National Front, Marine Le Pen and her niece at the southern part of France, we always won. So both candidates will defeat Marine Le Pen, but I think that François Fillon will catch up in the polls, and that at the end, well, in the months, we will win because of the program and also because of the manhunt. French people are fed up with this manhunt.